Oh, my pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
No, I love it.
There was a great article in the New York Times, Chris Nolan talking about you, I'm going to quote him here, essentially deconstructing the entire superhero genre and mythology with Watchmen, and now you have to reconstruct it with Man of Steel. He called it a fascinating challenge for you. What was the challenge like for you?
I think the challenge, what's cool is, with Watchmen, it's basically, that whole thing, you got to know the rules before you can break them. With Watchmen, you really learn the rules of superhero all the way. What it takes to make a superhero, what it takes to destroy a superhero. And that was invaluable when going into this because, what I was trying to do here, what I felt like the irony of this film is that there's no irony in that what I was trying to do is make Superman awesome and relatable, and like I want to be, you want to make a Superman that you want to be, not a Superman that you just are observing, And I think that with what I learned from Watchmen, I think that was what that was the challenge of making this movie, was trying to get Superman back where he belongs at the top of the heap.
Talking about becoming Superman, Henry was talking, I think it was at Comic-Con, about going to the death and the return of Superman comics, and Red Son defined the character. Where did you find the character and discuss with Henry on creating Superman and Clark Kent?
Yeah, I guess where I went was, it's funny, I'm a big fan of Frank Miller, I'm a big Frank Miller fan.
Really? You don't say?
Yeah, teeny bit. And, Frank's version of Superman in Dark Knight Returns is like, he's that Boy Scout, government Boy Scout, right? And I was like, okay, more than like going to a place to say, like, this is the Superman I want. I went there to say, like, okay, this is a Superman that we even though it's awesome, you have to sort of do the opposite of that in order for him to be like the Superman that you want to be. And so I kind of used Frank's Superman to tell me what not to do in a way. I mean, by the way, I'm a huge fan of that rendering of Superman, but for this incarnation, he had to be awesome.
What were those initial discussions with Henry like on crafting that character? Where was he coming from?
I was looking, for me, the initial discussions were always about like, you learned your morality from, Jor-El back on Krypton, he died so you could make a choice. But Kevin Costner, your Earth dad, he's the one that teaches you how to make those choices, right? So there's that, you have these two dads and they both are trying to play a part in your life, and they are, but it's the cool thing about Jonathan Kent in the movie is that he gets it on the first bounce as far as what the implications of Superman, even just as a child, like what he's going to do to our world when he, it presents himself to the world as Superman. And he's really, from the beginning, trying to prepare his son for like what that is. And I think that is what I try to get to Henry to say, like, you had an amazing father. You had a father who prepared you for this, and you need to just trust in that.
I got some really cool, interesting questions from Twitter.
Okay.
I'd like to continue our conversation we were having there, but we gotta wrap things up. So Daniel Betteridge says there's a great scene in Mallrats asking about if Superman could impregnate a human woman.
Okay.
So show it to you and just get your thoughts.
Okay.
Because you might have to tackle that.
Okay. No, absolutely, absolutely.
It's impossible. Lois could never have Superman's baby. Do you think her fallopian tubes can handle his sperm? I guarantee he blows a load like a shotgun right through her back. What about her womb? Do you think it's strong enough to carry his child?
Sure, why not?
He's an alien, for Christ's sake. His Kryptonian biological makeup is enhanced by Earth's yellow sun. If Lois gets a tan, the kid could kick right through her stomach. Only someone like Wonder Woman has a strong enough uterus to carry his kid. The only way he could bang regular chicks is with a kryptonite condom. That would kill him.
So can he, in fact, would this be possible?
Well, I think it's a very interesting philosophical question because we don't know. This movie, in the film, we don't say he's a virgin. Like there's implications that he's definitely not a virgin. And whether he's just being careful, super careful, we don't know, right? Like literally super careful. Yeah. We don't know. So yeah, I think that question still it's not answered in the film.
Cool. I gotta let you go, so we do something. 5 quick questions, 1-word answers. Real quick. Film or digital?
Film.
Kal-El or Clark Kent?
Ooh. I guess I have to say Cal on that one.
Lennon or McCartney?
Oh my gosh, Lennon.
Christopher Reeve or Dean Cain?
Oh my gosh, Christopher Reeve.
In 1 word, Man of Steel.
Awesome.